Hi everybody, this is Kathy. Welcome back. You guys, this is going to be probably the biggest news so far because the whole world was fooled with this one here. This ring cam video. This is the video that said everything against BJ. Let's refresh our memory, shall we? Let's refresh our memory. Because this is the biggest hoax of all. Now we all remember this. This is a day where everybody turned against BJ. Right? The day that Timmy supposedly got scared to death. Traumatized, as Eric said. Well, let's just refresh our memory. Okay, Timmy looks, right? Now, I know what people think they saw. What they think they saw was BJ driving by, tormenting Timmy because the sheriff just kicked her out of the house. Do you know this is a hoax? And it is a hoax. As bad as the eviction notice was a hoax. Now, I put a video out showing that I believe 100% that eviction notice was fake. And now I've seen a lot of other people talking about that. And I think a lot of people agree with me that, yeah, I think well, 100%. I know it's fake. And there's just been a lot of people that agree with me. So let's look at this morning of the eviction notice, okay? BJ Whitaker has been served eviction notice. Now, this is the day that Eric, I don't know, he's only home, I don't know, what, a day? I think one day. And he's found an excuse to hop back into the vehicle and go back to odd West Virginia. Because, here, we'll just listen and refresh our memory. Now, remember, the eviction notice is fake. All right? Now look at it with new eyes.
Good morning, everybody. I'm going to make this quick, Eric. And I'm going to apologize ahead of time. I know people are going to be wanting to know more details, and I promise you'll get details as we can give them. I know there's going to be a million questions about this.
Yep.
Over the last 24 hours, Patrick and I have been working on getting BJ served an eviction notice, and as of this morning, it has been completed.
It has been completed. Now we know it's BS.
And I'm on my way to odd West Virginia, kind of unexpected and last minute.
Found an excuse to leave.
They don't feel safe. They feel
okay, now.
Last minute. The Whitakers have expressed us they don't feel safe. They feel threatened.
Now, this is also, I don't believe it's true one bit.
And,
because why would they call a guy in another state if they feel threatened? They would have called the cops or their other family members or whatever, handled it themselves. Like I said, we never heard the Whitakers, tell him to run and
they don't
rush.
Feel safe. They feel threatened, and she just doesn't need to be there anymore.
Doesn't need to be there.
Last week, I got a call. Let me say, she doesn't really know me besides me just showing up and doing what I did for the family. I never sat down, never talked to BJ.
This is after the argument.
The second time I've gotten a call, and last week she asked me for $300. And long story short, that week before I went.
Now this is another lie because we know that he has spoken to her before because we saw the argument about him and BJ having lots of conversations behind Patrick's back. So, knowing that this is fake now, and look at the date, August 26th. This was August 26th. Now, this doesn't have a date on it, but I'm going to show you why I know it's August 26th. Because the one that we saw him leaving, and that was pre-recorded, so that if it was a 10-hour drive, that would have had been 9 hours. So he would have had, I don't even know when he left, the night before probably or whatever. But he's been driving 9 hours, got another hour to go or so. And so this is also August 26th, all right? This is the same day where he was just leaving before, now he's almost there. And they're going to talk about this eviction, this fake eviction notice that got served. Him and Patrick worked behind the scenes real hard on it. Okay, because a day and a half ago, nobody even knew anything was wrong. Nobody even knew BJ was a problem. But go ahead. Now watch. If you think Patrick isn't in on it, you better think again.
Yeah, you might get some questions asked that we can't answer right now, but if you've got any questions for us, go ahead and put them down there in the comments, and Dwayne will let us know.
Hey, listen.
I mean, I'm curious, Dwayne, you got any questions as to, like, Dwayne's one of my closest friends.
By the way, this is Dwayne's first appearance. All right. Here. This is Dwayne's first appearance. He's going to introduce himself as Vanna White for some reason.
Talk every day. You didn't even know this was going on.
No, this is brand new. I would say maybe give a quick little summary.
Okay, this is his best friend who he talks to every day. And as of yesterday, even Dwayne didn't know anything was wrong. So this is super duper new. Okay, news to everybody, even Eric's best friend. But as they all say, is that Eric and Patrick, they're saying we've been planning this behind the scenes. So go ahead.
Why?
Dwayne's just trying to keep up because I'm sure he knows Eric's always got a story.
Brand new. I would say maybe give a quick little summary of why you have taken an emergency trip 10 hours.
Besides, you can't stand to be home.
Someone's already asked, has BJ been arrested?
Not yet.
Has BJ been arrested? Okay, well, why would she be arrested?
A little summary of why you have taken an emergency trip 10 hours.
Cover up Vanna White's face here.
Well, someone's already asked, has BJ been arrested?
Not yet. Not yet.
Like she's this, escaped criminal from Alcatraz or something, you know what I mean?
That's something that Patrick can give an update on. I think pretty much anybody that's going to tune in now should be caught up to speed on what's going on.
Listen, Patrick.
We've got other videos on the page that'll get you there. I got the video from Patrick earlier with the ring bell where she went speeding by Timmy's house.
All right, so that was earlier today. All right. The 26th, streamed live, the 26th. All right. This one here is the 26th. All right. So this is one they're talking about is the 26th. Okay, so we're all on the same page, right? It's the 26th, right? So everybody's just like scared to death of BJ now. Cause, all right, go ahead.
Patrick earlier with the ring bell where she went speeding by.
That was earlier today.
Outside. So, Patrick, you did report that to the cops, correct?
Yeah, they come down here, and he left here looking for us. So, whenever.
And that is BS, Patrick. And why would the cops go down there and then go looking for it, Patrick? Because the eviction notice is fake.
Correct.
Yeah, they come down here, and he left here looking for her. So, whenever she's found, it's not going to be good for her.
Are they
Academy Award?
They say that they would contact you back.
No, they didn't.
No.
Okay. People are asking, is Timmy okay after that video that came out? A lot of people from the comments are asking, is he okay right now? Is he safe?
Is
he okay?
Timmy okay?
Yeah, Timmy's here with me, and we was getting ready to watch a movie, but we had this going on, so I told him he
had this
be quiet from you.
Charade going on.
A lot of people.
Hold on 1 second, Dwayne. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, Patrick. as traumatizing as that would be for most people, what you saw earlier with Timmy, the sad thing is I think Timmy is almost used to seeing stuff like that.
Well,
Okay, well, I'm going to tell you, he is used to seeing stuff like that because that was just BJ driving by on a regular old day, okay? And I'm going to prove it. Remember, this is all happening on the 26th. The eviction notice, right? Right, guys? You guys, here's the day that they're talking about early in the morning. BJ got the eviction notice. Fake. Guess what? They didn't get the temporary restraining order till the next day. So, BJ has no reason to be staying away from the house now, does she? See that? They tried that day to get the restraining order and they could not. Larry tried and they couldn't do it. The judge said no. The magistrate said no. So they had this fake eviction notice and tell everybody that the sheriff told her to leave and it was fake. Because guess what? It's not even going to be till tomorrow till they get the actual restraining order. But they want everybody to think that the sheriff told her to leave with that fake eviction notice. Now, if the eviction notice is fake and there is no temporary restraining order yet, then why does BJ have to leave? She doesn't. Oh, and as a matter of fact, I did get a copy. Yeah, I had to go to the courthouse and get I did track down a copy from that they had on file, and it turned out it was fake. Now I did have to. They didn't want to give it to me, but I offered to buy them lunch and pay for the gas, and they handed it right over. Here it is. This is what they gave BJ. Patrick and Eric gave BJ. Hey, BJ, get out now. Me and Patrick don't like you. It's none of your business why we ain't going to pay your family. So get out. Now, when was that signed? August 26th, right? The day that we're looking at. Well, oh, by the way, yes, it was certified as fake ass by the county. So, if it's fake ass, on the 26th and here, there's no eviction notice and there's no temporary restraining order yet. BJ's got every right to be where she's at. So, I mean, just think about this. If there's no restraining order and no eviction notice yet, or restraining order yet, there's nothing, then BJ has every right. There's no reason why she shouldn't be there. So this is all BS. And Patrick's in on it just as much as Eric.
You got any questions as to how this was going on?
No, this is...
Now, and the reason Dwayne, the best friend, doesn't know what's going on, that you talk to every day, because there's nothing going on. There's no restraining order and no eviction notice as of this moment.
I would say maybe give a quick little summary of why you had taken an emergency trip 10 hours. Well, someone's already asked, has BJ been arrested?
Not yet.
Not yet, huh? And exactly what would she be arrested for, Patrick and Eric?
That's something that Patrick can give an update on. I think pretty much anybody that's going to tune in now should be caught up to speed on what's going on. If not, we've got other videos on the page that will get you there. I got the video from Patrick earlier with the ring bell where she went speeding by Timmy's outside. So, Patrick, you did report that to the cops, correct?
Yeah, they come down here, and he left here looking for her. So, whenever she's found, it's not going to be good for her.
And why is that, Patrick? Today is August 26th. There's no eviction notice and there's no restraining order. So why would the sheriff come and all this other nonsense?
Yeah, they come down here, and he left here looking for her. So, whenever she's found, it's not going to be good for her.
Are they? Did they say that they would contact you back?
No, they didn't.
Okay.
People are asking, is Timmy okay after that video that came out? A lot of people from the comments are asking, is he okay right now? Is he safe? Is he okay?
Yeah, Timmy's here with me, and we was getting ready to watch a movie, but we had this going on, so I told him he had to be quiet for a minute.
And you have a lot of people.
Hold on 1 second. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, Patrick. As traumatizing as that would be for most people, what you saw earlier with Timmy, the sad thing is, I think Timmy's almost used to seeing stuff like that.
Yeah, he's used to seeing BJ drive by where she lives. Now, knowing that this is just a regular day, he probably has no idea Eric is coming back. He has no idea there's a problem with BJ. And there isn't, because there's no restraining order and no eviction notice. So this is just BJ driving by, beeping hello to Timmy. Now, instead of looking at it as like she's driving by, the cops have chased her off, she's running like a bandit, and traumatizing the hell out of Timmy, like Eric says, and now in hindsight, guess who was actually traumatizing Timmy? Yeah, the two men that are blaming BJ for traumatizing. Okay, now that you know that there's no restraining order and no eviction notice for BJ on this day, August 26th, which was a Tuesday. Now he might know that Eric is, well, no, he doesn't even know that yet, because as of yesterday, everything was fine. So Timmy doesn't even know anything. There hasn't been any restraining order talk yet. There obviously was no eviction notice. So anyway, now watch it with new eyes. This is just the ring cam, section of the ring cam that Patrick clipped out for this charade. And all this is because they live right around the corner. They live 2 houses away. All right. So this is just BJ driving by, seeing Timmy, beeping hello. And it startles Timmy, but he's not afraid. Startled and afraid is 2 different things. And that's why Eric said, well, he looks like he's almost used to it. Right. And that's because he doesn't say, oh my God, there she is, and just get all afraid. So now watch it. This startled him. Does he look afraid? No. It's just her driving by. It's just, oh, there goes his cousin, BJ. No big deal. No big deal. But in the context that they put it, they're not. Does he go running off anywhere? Nope. Just sitting there waiting for another car to go by. Do you see how you can see it in 2 different ways? The way they set this up, and Patrick is 100% in on this. Absolutely. So if anybody's still trying to defend Patrick, saying he's not bullshitting everybody, what is this? There's no restraining order. There's no eviction notice as of this moment. And as far as Timmy knows here, there isn't nothing, because nothing starts until Eric shows up in Odd, West Virginia on this day, Tuesday, the 26th. He's going to show up. He's going to drag Betty down to the courthouse. He's going to, and that ain't going to work. He's going to bring Larry down, and that's not going to work. Then he's going to call adult protection down, and this is all going to happen later this day. So as of right now, Timmy doesn't even know anything. Nothing's happened yet. He's just up there at Patrick's. They were going to watch a movie. I mean, this is such bullcrap. And everybody fed right into it. Everybody fed right into it. She needs to get out, get out, get out. Now, this is also the 26th. This is when he starts out on his trip. Okay, so he's making up reasons why he has to go. Now, again, there is no eviction notice. This was fake. Over the past 24 hours, Patrick and I have been working on behalf of the Whitakers to make sure B.J. Whitaker was served with an eviction notice to leave the property. Okay, so you saw the eviction notice. So you handed her the eviction notice, and she had to leave. The cops just came over and escorted her off the property. She didn't even get to pack nothing. Oh, my goodness. So in 24 hours, they had her out, you guys. Was served an eviction notice to leave the property. In the past week, there's been a lot going down, including her going to jail. Nope, that was 3 weeks ago, Eric, and you never told us. In fact, you kept talking to her and never told us. So they're making it look like she just went off the rails. She went to jail. Now the cops just dragged her off the property. She got mad and drove by, Patrick's house, laying on the horn, trying to torment Timmy. None of this is happening. They fooled everybody. In the past week, there's been a lot going down, including her going to jail. We will get more details later, as we make them up, obviously. We'll get more details later, but I'm currently on my way to West Virginia to make sure I can be there for the Whitakers and Patrick, and we'll give you more updates as soon as we can. Keep us in your prayers. And guys, this is something that has needed to happen for a while. Family cannot continue to live like this. And truthfully, it probably should have been done a long time ago. Right here. B.J. Whitaker has received an eviction notice, prompting immediate action. That's the AI. Even the AI knows what's going on. Okay, Don, let's go look at the comments. And here you go. They all believe that there's an eviction notice, and the cops came off and dragged her. You filed it in the morning, okay, the eviction notice, or yesterday, and somehow the cops dragged her off the property in the morning. I mean, no, that's not how it works. Okay? The abuse of elderly is not acceptable. Oh, what does she say? They need a restraining order against BJ. So see, as restraining order hasn't even been mentioned yet. This is Tuesday. There's only so far a fake eviction notice. They haven't even thought about the restraining order yet. That's later today. But as far as the audience, they don't even know. But yeah, they need a restraining order. 878 thumbs up. Look at the charade they pulled off on everybody. Look at the hoax they pulled off. This is a hoax. Protect them, Patrick. This is the greatest hoax of all. Bringing up old shit about Larry passing away. Now somebody's making up phone. If you take a phone from someone trying to call the police, they can put charge. Nobody's trying to call the police. Oh, Eric, be careful. So you see what I'm saying? The biggest hoax of all. This is all about money. It's all about money. It's all about money. Because I'm going to show you. Now, I don't know if I ever mentioned, but these circles, the red circles, is where YouTube pays people. Usually 21st through almost this week. But most people get paid on the 21st. So they already had a lot of videos, revenue coming in from the end of June all through July. So they got a check there. Now, the 21st is when they got another check. Right around this area here. All right. she's calling, where's our money? When you get that money, all right, they didn't even get nothing there. Now there's another payday coming up on the 21st. So they're arguing about money. And now everything's fine here. And here's where all the crap starts. They're telling us right here that BJ's already been dragged off the property with a fake eviction notice. Nope. Not even temporary restraining order yet. Now keep that in mind.
And doing what I did for the family. I never sat down, never talked to BJ. This will be the second time I've gotten them.
He never sat down and talked to BJ, but we know you were on the phone because Patrick was afraid. He was angry about it. He was angry about you being on the phone and not only that, but you were. What do you mean you never sat down and talked to her? We saw her in the background in all those videos. Your first set of videos.
They don't feel safe. They feel threatened, and she just doesn't need to be there anymore. It's last week I got a call, and let me say, she doesn't really know me besides me just showing up and doing what I did for the family. I never sat down, never talked to BJ. This will be the second time I've gotten a call. Last week she asked me for $300, and long story short, that week before I went and done all that stuff for the Wickers, that was coming out of my pocket, guys.
My pocket.
I just said, BJ, I don't have $300 to give you right now, nor would I anyway. But I said, I don't have $300 to give you. She hung up the phone on me. And I was like, wow, that's bold.
And that's why I said that's where he... So she hung up the phone on him, and he's planned another trip to come right back. Yep, he's going back. But as you can see, it's about money. And he plays it off like, and the people believed him. He's like, well, you know, she's doing the same thing like she did to Mark from Software Underbelly. She's hounding me for money just like she hounded him. No, this is nothing like that. Absolutely not. So here's why she's getting evicted.
She hung up the phone on me. And I was like, wow, that's bold.
And you know what? If some people like snap and lose it if you hang up the phone on them. I personally have never hung up the phone on anybody. I've never slammed the phone on anybody. But I've seen people get hung up on, and some people can just lose it.
But I noticed later,
especially a narcissist, yeah, they don't like that.
But I said, I don't have $300 to give you. She hung up the phone on me. And I was like, wow, that's bold. But I noticed later on that week, everything had been fine up until this point.
Everything was fine up to the point. So everything was fine up until this point. And you know what? At this point, I just looked at his face. At this point, you guys, she's had a fake eviction. The cops have dragged her off the property. This was all in the last 24 hours. And she hung up the phone on him and won't well, the truth is that Betty and Larry don't want to talk to him for good reason. Okay, so, and as of this moment right here, on the 26th, okay, when everybody's so scared of BJ because she drove by her own house, and probably at that point, I bet BJ probably doesn't even know. She probably doesn't even know yet that all hell's going to break loose on her. You know what I mean? So, yeah, she's maybe speeding like a bat out of hell, but, you know, I mean, it doesn't mean, you know, she wasn't tormenting anybody. She was driving home, leaving or coming or going. One of the two. But, yeah.
Later on that week, everything had been fine up until this point.
Everything had been fine, and I don't know if I remember. There's been no abuse. No abuse. This is Tuesday. By tomorrow, at this time, he's going to get a hold of Betty, and there's going to be a shoe throwing story that's going to turn into an all out Timmy on the ground being pummeled by some old boyfriend story. All right. So a lot happens in 24 hours, but it starts with this. Now, everybody falsely has been implanted this thought in their head that BJ has been dragged off the property. All right. They had this false belief because of Patrick and Eric pulling off this charade. They have a false belief that BJ was not only hauled off the property yesterday with a 24-hour, with no notice, just dragged off. And they believe that there's an eviction notice. They believe she got hauled off the property. And now they believe that she's driving by, honking the horn, tormenting Timmy. Do you see how they put this very neatly together? And it fooled everybody. Everything is fine up until this point. And he's mad because they won't answer the phone. He can't get them on the phone.
I tried to call back the family, and I couldn't get them on the phone. And I was like, okay.
Okay, then why are they... How can they tell you to... Eric, please rush up to our state. Come back to West Virginia because we're afraid. But you just told us BJ hung up the phone on you. She asked for the money. You said no. She hung up on you. You got enraged. And now Betty and Larry don't want to talk to you. They're not answering the phone. This is Tuesday's emergency. And he's got everybody down here thinking they need a restraining order. They need a restraining order. Don't worry, that'll be tomorrow. Yeah, this is all in 24 hours. I mean, unbelievable.
Family, and I couldn't get him on the phone.
You know what I mean? So this is a big emergency right here.
Bold. But I noticed later on that week, everything had been fine up until this point. I tried to call back the family, and I couldn't get him on the phone. I was like, okay, something's weird. Or they went and talked to me once I got him on the phone.
Does this sound like a family that's reaching out to Eric for help? Unbelievable.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah, that's weird. I got hung up on. They don't want to talk to me. I'm going to jump. Since this is so weird, I'm going to jump in my truck and I'm going to drive another 10 hours back to this other state, even though I just got home yesterday. You know, my family really isn't. This is more important than my family. I got to go back and find out why BJ hung up the phone on me and find out how come Larry and Betty aren't talking to me. Because remember, this family holds Eric's future in his eyes, because this family is holding on to that, to his riches. Without this family, everything stops. Okay, so the thought and the threat of being cut off from this family infuriates him. And the ones that are cutting him off from the family are BJ, Larry, and Betty. And what happens from this day forward? I do want to talk about this at some point, because I really haven't heard anybody mention this other thing I want to talk about too, but I'll talk about that later. But anyway, this is where Betty, Larry, and BJ were all in the crosshairs from Eric. It was game on at this point. And for the next week, he's going to bust hard to get the floodgates going for the donations to come in. He's going to push hard for those, papers for guardianship for Timmy. He's going to push hard for the birth certificates, social security cards, all that stuff. And all over this lie, this doorbell lie, the ring cam that fooled the world. Then he goes into the lie that Larry is in danger and also needs his help, allegedly. He allegedly needs his help because the worst story ever about he has to help Larry because Larry's own daughter is blackmailing him to steal gas, which is, yes, lie detector determined that that was a lie too. And the biggest thing he can come up with is that they locked the phone in the camper. And no, I imagine he's trying to get a hold of Betty and Larry, and they probably said, well, BJ's got the phone. We didn't answer it because BJ's got the phone. And I would bet a lot of money that that's exactly what's happened. They said, well, Eric, we would have talked to you, but BJ had the phone last night. So, they're just using it as a way to get rid of Eric. And Eric's like, oh, yeah, she hangs up to me and you guys ain't going to talk to me? I'm going to hop back in my truck, leave my family again, and head back to claim something that's not his and put this charade on everybody. Does this sound like an emergency?
I was told this past week she got that phone. They have a house phone. They don't have a cell phone. There's no signal out there. And she locked that phone inside of her camper where the family can't get to it. Everyone in that family has heart problems.
Now he's trying to make that sound like it's a medical emergency when, no, Eric, they don't want to talk to you. Get a clue. And this is where, Eric's the big hero riding back on the white horse to save Timmy, who doesn't need saving because there is nothing going on except in their wild imagination that, both the biggest deceivers I think I've ever seen on YouTube.
Used to seeing stuff like that.
Yeah, and I think a lot of
it makes him so mad.
Come up here. Well, I mean, not only he wants to come up here because he just he likes hanging out, but I think him coming up here, he knows it's a safe haven, and that will not exist at my house.
What won't exist?
All right, you go ahead.
And why is your house safer than his? His house actually has floors without holes that fall through 10 feet. You have no walls and just some floors. And so, yeah, as far as not feeling safe, he should not feel safe at your house from the conditions. And we just saw that ring cam. This is where he feels safe. Like, you can't even go down the steps. What's with the garbage? I mean, you know what I mean? So, yeah, Patrick's going along with this. Yeah, he feels safe here. Nothing gonna exist at my house.
Safe haven, and that will not exist at my house.
What won't?
Yeah. All right, you can go ahead, Dwayne. I just wanted to put that little bit in there, man.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
And tell me.
Let's see. People are asking about Patrick, how his leg's doing.
I mean, their imaginations are just running wild. Because they already had suspicions or like maybe dislikes for BJ, and now this is just a reason for them, and he knows it. He knows all he has to do is make an accusation against BJ and everybody's gonna believe it. So right now, everybody believes that the sheriff hauled her off the property, not supposed to be there. And we've all seen when somebody gets a restraining order and against their boyfriend or something, and the next day the boyfriend drives by beeping the horn and just to scare you. So they painted this picture with this doorbell cam. They painted this picture in your head, so you think she's driving by, trying to torment. Now, Eric and Patrick, you both know that's a lie. Especially you, Patrick. You're the one who had to sift through your ring cam and get this little splice of where Timmy's on the porch and try to make it into something that is absolutely not. And it worked. It worked.
Yeah. All right, you can go ahead, Dwayne. I just wanted to put that little bit in there, man.
All right. Let's see. People are asking about Patrick, how his leg's doing. Someone asked, did she fire a gun on the drive-by? I think that was more of a
I saw that, Patrick. A lot of people said they heard a gunshot on that video.
I mean, that is how wild people's imaginations are running. Now there's a gunshot? This just shows you the power of mind control.
I saw that, Patrick. A lot of people said they heard a gunshot on that video. I didn't. Did anybody fire a gun?
No, nobody.
And that's just shows you, you know what? Patrick and Eric went over that video. Hey Eric, here's a little clip. You think this one will work? Oh yeah, perfect, man. I can't believe she beeped the horn. That was just awesome, man. Oh, Timmy didn't look really scared, but we'll just say, he's used to it, all this, trauma. So they had already picked this ring cam out to fool everybody.
No, nobody fired a gun.
No, I didn't think so. But go back to that, Patrick. How is your leg doing?
And not only that, the people imaginary seeing they believe they're seeing something that they're not. They believe they see BJ driving by tormenting Timmy. They believe they hear gunshots being fired. And now they believe that there should be a security guard there.
So the novice homesteaders asked, is anyone with the Whitakers right now to protect them from her?
Yes. Yes, we got somebody. That was what me and Patrick was working on all day.
Boy, have they been busy. In 24 hours, working on all day. So in 24 hours, they got BJ evicted and hauled off the property by the sheriff. They have got this doorbell ring cam. They've worked on a security guard. I mean, wow, they have been busy.
Yesterday was making sure we had somebody there to watch over everything.
You know, but to be fair, I don't think imaginary eviction notices really do take that long. Mine took, I don't know, about a minute to make. So yeah, they probably didn't spend much time on the imaginary eviction notice, but the other stuff might have taken time. Sifting through the ring cam footage till you find BJ driving by in one of them and honking, that might have taken a little bit of time.
If anything happened. And Patrick, what time did she get there today?
She got there at 7:30 this morning, and he handed it off to her. But I will tell you something.
7:30 this morning, and who handed it off? Now, Patrick, you have a fractured leg. You can't even move. Not an inch. Eric is in Georgia. Who handed it? So today, a sheriff or a cop handed it up. Who handed it up? Still vague there. But we're supposed to assume that a cop was standing there, waiting all night for BJ. And the sun came up at 7:30 in the morning. Oh, here she comes. Oh, okay, let's serve her. This imaginary, invisible eviction notice.
What time did she get there today?
She got there at 7:30 this morning.
And Patrick, how do you know that? You're laid up. How do you know she got there? Was the security guard already there? Nope.
He handed it off to her, but I will tell you something about the person that I have.
Boy, he sure switched the subject from that imaginary cop handing off the imaginary restraining order. Let's switch it over to the
4 tours in Afghanistan.
Wow.
So that kind of gives you an idea what kind of person. He don't care.
Yeah, well, it's a good thing you got this war hero to guard BJ when she has got every right to be there. And it's so funny because this war hero with 4 tours in Afghanistan wasn't able to stay there when Eric told him to scram. In fact, what was it? I don't know. What was it? Like a week or 2 later that you two broke up? You told the security guard to leave because you said, "Get out of here, security guard. Patrick's going to be arrested for a sexual crime. You better get out of here." And what happened when the security guard left? Well, then, adult protection came and, well, we know the rest. But to emphasize the danger level in this whole situation, don't worry. They've got like this war hero that is going to step in and just guard the place like Fort Knox against nothing. And this
Maddie's
is where
asking,
he's
how far are you on your
drinks
drive?
1 cup, that one,
I'm in
and
the last hour of it.
washes it down with another cup.
So, been a long drive.
And
You can see the video I just put out about the 2 tumblers and a cup that he drinks out of. Amber says what makes her scary is she has nothing to lose. Well, I'm evil and miserable. I'm going to tell you what, Amber. I'm going to tell you what. BJ has a lot to lose, okay? She's got her freedom to lose. She has 5 children. She has 4 daughters and a son. No, I'm sorry, 4 sons and a daughter. So she's got 5 children. I'm pretty sure she's got grandchildren. Yeah, she's got her freedom to lose. She's got her life to lose. She's got a lot to lose, Amber. But these people have made BJ into this monster. Now, in case somebody has seen the light, I'm not even going to show their names. She knows she's not going to take advantage of him anymore. Bye, BJ. Get a job. Move along. The world is rooting for the Whitakers, and that's funny because she is a Whitaker. Okay. Now let's do this one more time. Let me get this up here a little bit. I have to move it. It's hard to get these. It's hard to get these in the. Now remember. Let me turn it down a little bit. Remember, there's no restraining order at this moment. There's no eviction notice at this moment. And at this moment, nobody knows there's going to be either. All right? So, one more time. This is just a normal day. Okay, Patrick. The gig is up. Tell us why you did this. You went along with it. You told this video right here turned the entire world against BJ. This video right here made people believe that the cops hauled BJ off the property because she won't give the phone to somebody. And the cops hauled her away and told her to stay off. And according to Patrick, he's already talked to the cops. They're out looking for her right now. They're driving around looking for her. They left Patrick's house, said, "We're on it, Patrick. We are on the case." And the troopers all left, and they were out looking for BJ because she is out of control. And there hasn't even been anything yet. So, yeah, Patrick, the gig is up. You going to tell us about this ring cam hoax? I mean, this is worse than the Balloon Boy hoax. You know what I mean? Remember that? The kid ended up puking right on the interview because he just couldn't stand the pressure of lying anymore. Yeah, this one tops the Balloon Boy hoax. I'm going to tell you that. Anyway, yeah. Spread this news. This is where they got the upper hand. This is where Patrick and Eric got the upper hand. This is where Patrick and Eric got the whole world on their side. And this is where Patrick and Eric literally extracted BJ out of the equation. And then all the things they did this day and the next day were just unbelievable to me. Anyway, I know it's been a long one. Thanks for listening, and peace.